everybody should understand, of course, money doesn't solve everything, but you need money to operate a business. You need money to pay people, quality people, or they're going to go work somewhere else. And they need the resources to be able to compete with the competition. And the competition is the rest of the ACC. But on a national scale, it is Georgia first and foremost. And of course, Alabama, Ohio State on down the line. So, yes, there are always going to be overachievers. There's going to be people out there and look at recruiting budgets that are going to do a little bit more with less, and others that are going to waste it. Texas, et cetera, Texas A&M, that are going to waste it and not be as efficient with their money. But you still need to be somewhere in the ballpark to compete. And to Jason's point, even before this new contract for both the SEC and the latest one from the Big Ten, those conferences were somewhere in the high 60s to low $70 million per team range, and the ACC more in the high 30s, correct? It was about 2-1.
Right. So I'm looking at it being moving towards 3-1.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're supposed to be pushing 100 million, 95 million, something in that range. So also not to even think about it on a 1-year scale. Think about over the course of 10 years, bringing in 950 million versus 350 million. Like it just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. And then it only makes sense that if you're bringing in 75 million just in television, if you are in the SEC or the Big Ten versus 30 some million, that you can say you can go in to the administration and demand that recruiting money because you're making the money.
Absolutely. And that was kind of I was kind of trying to make the point about these new television deals, about the way the gap is fixing to grow even more. And I just don't see how the ACC can survive. They are locked into this terrible television contract through 2036, and that is still more than 10 years away. And I don't see – I just don't see it. I don't see how they are going to survive in the long term. I mean, short term, you're probably fine. Make no mistake. I'm not saying Clemson fans or anybody else needs to be in panic mode today or anything like that. I just thought it was interesting, you know, how much more money Georgia is spending right now compared to every other school out there. And obviously it's paying off. They won back-to-back national championships. But I was also just trying to point out how much more they are going to be able to spend over the next decade while their revenue continues to grow and grow and grow. And while teams like Clemson's, Florida State's, Miami's, two teams who I think have started to invest more on that side of things over the past couple of years. But that revenue is not going to grow like an SEC school or a Big Ten school. And I think by the time we get to the end of this decade, you know, we might start seeing some big time disparity if things stay under the current landscape, which I'm not sure they're going to anyways. But